Hey everybody, today is the day that we get 2026's garden started. I don't know about you, but it's been a very long winter for me, and it is only the end of January. We are currently getting Snowmageddon, which I think about 40 states are being affected by here in the US. So what other better way to beat the winter blues than to start your 2026 garden? And the first thing on the agenda is to get the sweet potatoes started because they take a really long time. And the way that I like to grow them is in a 10 by 20 tray. It is called a 10 by 20 because it's 10 inches wide, 20 inches long. And we'll fill up this whole container and we will nestle down all the sweet potatoes and they will grow out some slips from them. And the slip is then what you plant in the ground to get more sweet potatoes. I grew these potatoes last year, and when you're looking to choose which potatoes that you're going to use to start your potatoes for this year, you want to make sure that they're good sized and that there is no rot. So if you see this end, those both look really good. If you see this end, do you see how it's a little bit shriveled? I probably won't use this one because odds are this might just rot while it's sitting in the soil. This one, it's got a little blemish here on the end, but my guess it will still be fine. So let's get started by filling this up with some soil. Let's get all these sweet potatoes out of here. I like to wear gloves, just keeps my hands a little cleaner. Let's get some of this soil into here. So I'm just going to take handfuls and get this filled up about 3/4. So that is filled up about 3/4 of the way. We are going to take our sweet potatoes and we are just going to nestle them on down into the soil. And then I'm going to press some soil up and around it. So you're going to take the sweet potato, you're going to take it, and you're just going to nestle it down into the soil. And then I'm going to come through and take some of the soil that I already put in here and then cover it. I tend to cover most of the sweet potato. I leave just a little bit showing. The more exposed that this sweet potato is to the soil, that's what's going to encourage all the root growth, and that's what's going to give you the sweet potato slips. So I'm going to take some more soil, same thing with this other one. Tuck it up, tuck it in until there's not a whole lot showing, and let's do that with the rest of them. I've got all my sweet potatoes in there. Let's just cover most of them with some more soil. So all the sweet potatoes are in the soil. It is nice and moistened. And now we're going to get the sweet potatoes on a heat mat because they need the heat to be able to sprout. I like these seed mats because they fit the 10-20 tray that I use. 10 inches wide, 20 inches long. So the whole tray can fit easily right on here. So let's grab the tray. The sweet potatoes are now on the heat mat and they will stay here for the next 3 or 4 weeks. That's usually about how long it takes for me to get the sweet potato slips to start sprouting. So let's see how long it takes. I don't know about you, but when I start my seeds inside, I end up with a bunch of fungus gnats. So fungus gnats are little tiny bugs. They just lay their eggs in moist soil and they're kind of hard to combat, but there are a couple ways that you can try to help that. One is vermiculite and one is cinnamon. So I'm going to sprinkle some vermiculite on top of the sweet potatoes. Vermiculite works to put on the surface of your soil that you are planting in. It just deters fungus gnats from laying their eggs in your soil. So let's give that a try. I bought a large box several years ago and it's lasted me a long time. So this is what it looks like in there. It just looks like a bunch of broken up fossils, and we're going to go sprinkle this on top. The one thing I do find with this is when I am watering, it just kind of gets itself worked into the soil. I don't know if maybe continuing to sprinkle new stuff on as you're watering, if that would help, but I know fungus gnats are a pest for me, so we'll give this a shot. So you're just going through, sprinkling it on pretty heavy. I sprinkle that on so it deters them from wanting to lay eggs in there. All right, there we go. Vermiculite is spread all over the top. Let's see if that is helpful in deterring the fungus gnats. It might deter them, but I doubt it will eliminate them.